Today, we're looking at a tree job that seems determined to create as many problems as possible. The crew is already up in the canopy, and before long, things start getting interesting.
It's still gonna be close. Hey, take a look from where you're at though, because I still feel like it's gonna be close. If I were to cut it like where I was at.
Right away, we can see the operator working high above the ground, carefully positioning himself among several competing branches. Every movement has to be planned because there isn't much room to work.
Huh? I've not cut this at all. Yeah. I cut it back here at the V where that little twig split.
He's taking time to inspect the surrounding limbs and decide what needs to come out first. In tree work, removing the wrong branch too early can make the entire job harder. Now the cutting begins. These smaller limbs might not look dangerous, but they can easily swing, twist, or get hung up in nearby branches. Notice how he's constantly adjusting his position. Tree work isn't just about cutting wood, it's about maintaining balance and staying ahead of unexpected movement. The crew is working through the outer canopy first, reducing weight and creating more space before tackling larger sections. This is where patience pays off. Rushing through these cuts can create problems later when the bigger pieces start coming down. The worker continues thinning out the crown, opening clear drop zones and making the tree easier to manage. Now we're seeing some of the more awkward branches. These pieces don't always fall where you expect, so positioning becomes critical. The tree is starting to change shape noticeably. What looked crowded at the beginning is gradually becoming much more manageable. Every successful cut creates the next opportunity. The crew is methodically working their way toward the heavier sections. At this stage, the operator is spending just as much time planning as cutting. That's usually a sign of experience rather than hesitation. The work area is opening up, and we can now see clearer access to the main structure of the tree. This section requires careful control because larger pieces carry significantly more weight and momentum.
Probably, I mean, if you're in hiding, say so now, because you're in hiding. Okay, you'll be blocked out. That'll be the team with the ground crew that get that one down. Yeah. I'll get up in the lift and take it down.
The crew continues removing material piece by piece, rather than taking unnecessary risks with oversized cuts. Now we're transitioning from branch work into the structural parts of the tree. This is where mistakes become much more expensive. The remaining sections are taller, heavier, and less forgiving. Precision becomes even more important. You can see how much progress has been made compared to the beginning. The canopy is largely gone, leaving the main stems exposed. The operator carefully lines up the next cuts while maintaining safe positioning around the remaining trunk sections. Large wood means larger forces. Even when everything goes according to plan, these pieces demand respect. The tree is now reduced to a few major sections. The strategy shifts from pruning to controlled dismantling. One by one, the remaining pieces are brought down. The work is becoming cleaner and more straightforward. The crew is entering the final phase of the removal, dealing with the last standing sections. What started as a sprawling tree has now been reduced to manageable stems, showing how much material has already been removed. The job wraps up with the remaining wood coming down, and the work area looking dramatically different from where it started. It's a good reminder that successful tree work is usually the result of planning, patience, and hundreds of small decisions made correctly throughout the day.